straight from the automotive industry event of the year, NADA 2025. Chicks in Charge and Authenticom are bringing you the biggest names in automotive. From industry disruptors to game-changing innovators, we're getting the inside scoop on what's next for the auto world. This is where leaders talk and the future takes shape. Are you ready? Buckle up and let's dive in.
Welcome back to another episode of Chicks in Charge Automotive Edition. We're still here at NADA. We're rocking, we're kicking, we're going strong. And I have the absolute pleasure of getting to meet with Miss Lisa Jenner. Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
So great.
Good. I feel like I tried to track you down for an interview forever. And I think I saw you in person for the first time at Used Car Week, not this past year, but the year before that. You were speaking on stage, and I was like, just encapsulated by everything that you were saying. But you, since then, have made a pretty big shift.
Uh-huh.
And I want you to talk about that a little bit. Tell us about what you're doing now.
So I've been in automotive for 21 years and always on the vendor side. And for almost a year, I've been working in retail. And I am the digital and marketing director for Covert Auto Group. And I handle 3 of their stores.
Wow. Yeah. So usually hear of people going the other way. Like they start in retail and then go to the vendor side. And we were talking a little bit before the show, and you mentioned, wanting to do proof of concept. What are you doing that's a little bit different? I mean, obviously don't share like industry secrets or whatever, but what's your secret sauce that you've got going right now that you're like, oh, this is the deal?
I feel like my ethos has always been to help dealers, and so being in the dealership, I'm actually able to do that proof of concept and put my strategic ideas at play and see them work. And it's been such a good time. Having so much. I would say that I've always advocated for dealers against cookie cutter marketing strategies. I've always shared data, and I want to help educate dealers on digital strategies. And so I'm doing that also, and so talking about the why that we're doing these things. I came in, and within the first couple of months, I had cut over 6 figures in wasted digital advertising spend.
My God.
And so being able to do that was really awesome. And yeah, it's just advocating, helping, educating, proof of concept. I'm also expanding in and helping grow the BDC and develop an equity team. And so I can turn the faucet on with our digital advertising all day long, and then being able to see that flow through and develop process around that has been really good times. Yeah.
What has been the best part? I know there's probably a lot of, this is really different, but what has been the best part of going back into retail or going into retail from the vendor side that you're like, oh, this is refreshing for once?
Well, I've been selling my whole career and I've been really good at it. And so taking a breather from selling has been really fun, actually. And also, I would say the best thing has been working for the Coverts. I mean, they're just a phenomenal family of really good people. They understand and value what I bring to the table. They're respectful. Inside the stores that I'm in, our owner is Courtney Covert. So she's an amazing woman in business. And yeah, I would say the people side of things has been really nice and really refreshing.
Yeah. And it's, I imagine it's really refreshing to have a women-owned business that you get to work for. And I'm seeing so many more of them pop up, and it's amazing. It just goes to show that all of our roar, hear me roar, antics are working. I say antics because I'm trying to think of a better word for it, but there's women out there that have been paving the way for other women, and showing, hey, you can lead and still be feminine. You can lead and do it with a soft hand or a hard hand, whichever direction you want to go. But women are just as capable as men, and that's what we have to remember. And I don't think it's ever been one versus the other, or one's better than the other. It's we're equals, and this is how we want to be looked at. And I love hearing about women-led dealerships. And usually the culture is generally so much more deep, and it draws you in, and especially when you come from a family-owned dealership at that. And you said they've been open since 1909.
They've been open since 1909. It's a Texas legacy family. Yeah, they do a ton of charity work. Yeah,
Huge in the community.
yeah, huge in the community for sure.
That's awesome. And I love that you're getting to be a part of the BDC too. That's an undertaking.
It
As someone
is.
who has done both, it's a lot to be able to focus on both at the same time, but also can be very rewarding when, like you said, you have the ability to turn on the marketing faucet and control that work. Maybe if marketing's having a rough month this month, we're going to dig in deeper to the database and see what we can do there and build out specialty campaigns. And so it's awesome to have your touch on the pulse of all of that. But you said you're doing it for 3 stores.
Yes.
What has been the most challenging part of not just jumping into retail, but then X3?
I mean, it's actually been a really nice way to segue into retail. I think 3 stores is, it's a good amount of stores to segue into for a first time retail person.
Yeah.
And I also am just the kind of individual. I mean, I was an entrepreneur for 12 years, so
Yeah.
I can't just do the one thing. I'm like,
Right.
we need to fix this. Let's fix this. Let's improve this. And so I haven't been able to just leave the tinkering to the marketing. So yeah.
So you're almost a year in the dealership. You're starting off 2025 looking really good. I would say as an industry, we're looking good. We're on the right path. We're focused. We're driven. I think that this event is rejuvenating some people. Really, people that may have been stale for a while, then they had to come up with some creative ways to get here because the airport shut down and all of that. I think it's just revitalizing. Really, is probably the best word for it. What do you think you're going to be focused on taking into 2025? And if I can implement this one thing and have it go right, what's that one thing?
There's actually a couple of things. So I would say first, I am watching AI. I mean, I know it's the buzzword for now, but it's very important to understand how it can be implemented inside of the dealership, especially on the conversational side, the follow up side. Um, I'm also looking at it from the SEO perspective. SEO has been a topic that I've talked about for a really long time. And so I've seen some cool tech around what we're doing there and creating content with AI. And then the second part would be really honing in our database and doing more to equity mine inside of that. I mean, for the longest time, the Cadillac legacy store that I'm in was the only Cadillac store in Austin. We opened a sister Cadillac Point a couple of years ago. So our database in the Cadillac store and the BHOC store is really robust, and making sure that we are leveraging products that will hygiene our data, update our data, and being able to leverage that consumer data for so many reasons. Yeah.
It's something that's missed by so many dealerships. Like
It's
you have
so valuable.
you have this bowl of gold and
Yeah.
you're out digging for more. I don't get it. I've never gotten it. Is there any? And I understand that I may get a no to this question. Is there any specific vendor that you knew you had to bring along with you when you joined the retail side? Like, if I'm going to be working inside of a store, I have to be working with X.
For sure. I think what Aaron Cheeks is doing at Covert Auto
Yep.
is really great. I love the team at MXS. Mark Dibb is a phenomenal human being. He's really come out with brilliant websites, and I'd love to be able to use his website inside of OEM programs that we are, bound to. I also love what Greenline Digital does. Brett Rogers, he has a lot of integrity. He has integrity when nobody's looking.
Right.
And so I like to partner with those individuals that have integrity. They're not just all about themselves.
Right.
They're good guys to work with. So, I love working with those guys. Yeah.
That's awesome. I love Pure Cars is one of the ones that I don't think I've ever heard a bad word about them. Aaron Sheets is just such a good, solid guy that you can just
Mm-hmm.
that you're getting some good stuff when you're working with him. I don't know the others, but I'm really interested to look into them and see what they're out there offering. But I knew with how much you have, networked in automotive and spent those years just getting to know anybody and everybody you could, that you would be bringing the best to the table.
I also love what Shop Automotive Group is doing. They have developed H2Sync, obviously, but also they have developed Hive Analytics, which is an incredible analytics tool. It's pulling in all of your CRM data, all of your third-party data, and it gives you a dashboard to really look at your data for the leads that are coming in that month and be actionable on that data.
That's actually pretty big. Like,
Yeah,
does
it's
it?
so rad?
What all feeds into it? You said CRM.
CRM data and also all your third-party data. So you're looking at your inventory, you're looking at your customers, you're looking at your salespeople, you're looking at performance in one really easy to use dashboard
That's what's
that
up.
you
That
can basically, change real time to see what you need to see. Yeah,
that's awesome.
it's so great.
I love that. So, what do you think 2025 is going to look for you and for the group? And I know that I talked a little bit about the tools and the processes you're going to change, but what do you think it looks like for you? I know you're really digging into database, but what else?
So Covert makes it easy because they are such a great group of individuals and they're already successful at what they do. But what we're talking about with our executive team right now is refining process and just getting better and better at what it is that's selling cars.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's going to be a primary focus. The market's changing. Obviously, it's changed a lot since COVID. And so training is going to be imperative, I think, as the market shifts.
Yeah.
And being proactive and being ahead of those curves
Yep.
that are really good.
That's been a really hot word today, is proactive. And I think people are getting the right kind of vibe already, and they're like, oh, okay, wait, hold on, we gotta shift a little bit. We're gonna take control of things now. So it's feeling good. Like, for the first time in a long time, I feel good about where we are.
Yeah.
As an industry, as a whole, like, things are looking up.
Yeah.
And we've needed it so freaking bad.
Mm-hmm.
I know that in the past you've done some speaking and being on some panels and stuff like that. Do you have any speaking sessions coming up this year?
I don't yet. I've kind of drew back and was just putting my nose to the grindstone, and I've been really focused on the new job, and it's been so fun. But I'm looking forward to revamping. I have some things that I want to say. I have some things that I want to advocate for.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm going to get the whole personal brand revamped and would love to do any speaking opportunities. There's things inside of Google that are changing, Google search, that are changing rapidly, and I think it's imperative for dealers to know about them.
Yeah.
There's things that, there's old setups inside of strategies that were implemented by OEMs that have shifted and changed, and so I don't think dealers really know about that. So in a lot of instances, those setups are still active for dealers, and I just want to continue to help dealers be in the know of things that they can do for quick wins.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be exciting to see how this year shakes out. And you were absolutely right. AI has been the buzzword. I can't tell you how many times I've heard it today. I sat in an AI demo on accident earlier, so
Cool.
Yeah, don't know how that happened. Actually, I do know how that happened. Ford had the announcement that they partnered with Impel AI, and I've gone over there for the announcement, and I was like, oh, okay, there's a whole demo. Cool. So it's definitely the buzzword. I think that
It's early.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the forefront. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the people who use it right are going to succeed. Like, there's, it's a buzzword for a reason. It's obviously useful, and there's going to be plenty of people who do the wrong things with it, and then there's going to be people who do the right things with it.
Absolutely.
And we'll see next year, who's made it through, and use those things and see what the hot topic is here next year.
Yeah. What new acronym we have?
Yeah. Are you attending any events this year? I know you don't have any speaking set up yet. But
I love David Kane's event. I would love to go to that this year. I definitely want to hit the Women in Automotive Conference.
Yes.
And so those are two that are on my list. I'm looking at joining a marketing 20 group with other marketing directors
That'd be
because I
awesome.
think collaboration and sharing information is so important. So, anything that supports kind of those things. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
And hopefully you can bring Courtney to a Women in Automotive event.
Yeah,
That would be super cool. Love that.
I would love that.
Yeah.
She's
Awesome.
So great.
Make sure you connect with Lisa on social and check out everything that she has going on. I've been connected with her forever, and like I said, it took me forever to track her down, but I did. We did it. We're good.
I've been
We got
working.
it. Yes, I know. I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
Feel it. Okay, well, I hope to see you at Women in Automotive this year. I think that's probably the next one that I will be at, and you will also be
I
at.
love it.
Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank
I know
you.
you've got to run. You've got a meeting to get to, so I'll
Yeah.
let you get to it. Guys, be sure to check her out and follow her on socials, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you.
Thanks.
This episode is brought to you by Authenticom, the business behind the automotive business. And this is Chicks in Charge Automotive Edition, available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Help us grow. Rate and review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.